Hello there and welcome back to my videos. In this video I want to speak about the PHP framework called Laravel, and in this video we want to learn more about the validation. It's a very basic one and I think maybe it could be pretty quick, but you know, always about me, we don't know that. So before we are starting, I will just introduce what we're gonna do. We want to learn about the very basic about the validation and working with the request we have from the previous video when we want to create a block and then the content. So we want to validate that and send it back for the user. So I think that's what we're gonna work with now, and yeah, then I will just show you the fast validation documentation here on Laravel. So let's start into code, and I really hope you want to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the thing below in the right corner, and don't forget, all my code will be on the GitHub, so you can just download the code from GitHub, of course. So happy coding, that's what I have to say now. The first place we're gonna go, it's we want to scrolling up for the post here, and then we have the post create. Inside that we have the input data. I think we need to go for the create one more time and just copy this and say the name and the name for that, and let's going back for the web.php. I'll just say this name here, and now we're gonna validate. So we just say validated data, it's equal to request, and then we need to validate, and then we can basically set up the validation. And the title here, we want to say this should be required, and then we need the minimum 5 character and 255. I think if you have a title higher than that, it's not so good, so that's what we decide to do. And then we have the name. The name should not be required, but if you fill something inside, then we have between 2 to 50. Then we have the content. The content should be minimum 10 characters, and of course we want to require that too, because we don't want to create an empty blog post. So that's what we're gonna do inside, and then I can just sending the errors inside again. And let's sending the name inside too, so we have that to work with inside. I think if we just call it post, it's more smooth to work with. Here we go, yes. Let's go back for the post create here, and to refactor the code here. And name, we want to something like, if it's not inset, name not defined. Let's go back for the browser here and reload, create the block here, and say test title, name nothing, demo content here, and let's create it up. Everything is fine, so we can still do this. So I want to show about how the errors could be displayed, and we can do it below here so we know if we have anything. So if errors has any. So if we have any errors inside here, then we will go inside and the endif here. We want to say do class style let's call it background pink. Is not so important. We don't have any framework inside, so we say this one li. For this we want to say for each errors all as error, and we'll just go inside here and say this one, and for each and that's what we're gonna do, and this should work. So let's go back for the errors here. You can just type this one, and something is going wrong now. It's because the post title name, so we have some issues here. Let's see what happened. Okay, we're going back for the code and we just keep it as we've done before, so we don't want the cleanup code. But now and then we're going back and say this one. Let's see what happened here. And of course the errors should be before here. Now we have the errors here. So test title, the name should be minimum 2, and the content should be this one. The title must be 5 characters, and then we could try to see what's happening. And now you can see the any. We don't have the any function here. So that's because we don't have errors. So we can go inside here. If it's inset, and just remove it. So we basically have errors any because the validation data is not correct. So no. Let's see how that's working. It's probably because we have the view here. So let's just play around with the errors. I have to create post here. No. Just remove this. And then we say this. Let's go inside and see what's happening. We still have the error here. That's pretty weird. I'll just try to print out what's happening here. let's do this one just for good reason. So it's having a okay, so I just need if it's set. Let's try something else. I want this one, and whoops, then we are going back here and so we need first we need this errors, and then we reload it. Just need to see. So let's try this out. I have some issues here. Good. Now we just try out one more time, and we still get an error. So let's go in for the browser and let's go in for the Laravel. I think that's better. And the available validation rule at the moment, I'm using the Laravel 8, and this is all the validation you can use, so you can just go inside and play and work with it. I hope I fixed the validation in other videos, because I have thinking to work more with that and teach about it. But this is a very basic validation, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you want to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the thing below in the right corner, and don't forget all the code will be on the GitHub, so if you figure out what's happening, you can just leave it in the comments below, and then I can fix my own bug in my Git repository. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you for like and share. See you next time. Bye.